welcome to another episode of Hot Wheels TV. Today we're going to talk about something that is really kind of ticking me off and a lot of other people too. And that is fake Hot Wheels. Now I know that the word fake, it can go many different ways, but a lot of you have seen these different eBay listings or somebody on the on Facebook or any of the other places talking about, oh, look at that, I got this prototype direct from the factory, I got this whatever it is, it's not real. Yes, it's real, it's tangible, you hold it in your hand, but it's not something, it's not a prototype, alright? It came from the factory. You got a bunch of guys over in Malaysia that are working on the line, and they're making stuff up on their own. They might, one of the first things that came out was the Dodge Daytona Super Treasure Hunt. When it first came out, people were buying $300-400 for this car that was not a real Super Treasure Hunt. The wheels were different, the tires were different. The guys on the line were taking them and they were changing the wheels, and then they were putting them into the blister pack. Yeah, they worked there. Of course they could put them in the blister pack. Yeah, they can change the color of the car. They can change the interior because they work there. You know what I'm saying? It's not, people are spending all kinds of crazy money. Hey, it's your money. You can spend it any way you want. But when you're out there and you put it on eBay or you put it on Facebook or Instagram or any of those, and you say, hey, I got a prototype, that's not a prototype. Alright? Prototypes are things that are all, glued together and taped together, and a prototype's an idea that they put together, and everything goes from there. Alright? You could say it's a pre-production. Yeah, but it's not, because it wasn't done by any of the designers. Larry Wood didn't do it. Brendan Matusky didn't do it. None of those. It was some guy working on the line. It's not an official scheduled car. It's not a mainline car that's supposed to be made. Some people say, oh, it's a lunchbox car. You talk about lunchbox cars from back in the 70s. Those were done in Mattel's model shop. Those were the guys that made the cars. It was just something that they did on their lunch. But it was from guys that actually hand-built all of these cars. Not somebody working on the assembly line, taking parts from here, parts from there. That'd be like me just going out and buying all kinds of Mopar parts. I'll go buy a CUDA chassis, and I can get a Hemi K member. I can go get a 426 Hemi. I can get a transmission. I can get a Dana rear, and I can put together a Hemi car. Am I going to sell you an actual 70 Hemi CUDA? No. I'm selling you a car that I put together. Alright? That's the same thing. It's not an original car built by Chrysler in 1970 as an original Hemi CUDA. And these Hot Wheels are the same way. You look at, to me they're customs. Alright? It's like, here's some stuff by Chris Walker. Alright? We're great friends. We're great friends for a reason. He's a talented guy, he's a cool guy, we have fun together. But this is some of the stuff he does. Alright? I'm going to take this out of the package. I got it in the package because I love his stuff. But look at this. Alright? Look at this card. Look at this blister pack. Look at the car. All right? He doesn't work at the factory. Look at the back of this card. All right? This is the stuff he does. This is a custom. If you like his stuff, yeah, it's worth $400. But I think he sells these for maybe 75 bucks, 80 bucks, 100 bucks, you know. But it's a custom. And his work is amazing. Like I said, he doesn't work at the factory. He's not taking parts from this and parts from that, putting them together and saying, hey, look, I got a prototype or I got a pre-production. No, all right? There's guys out there that do amazing work, like Chris Walker. This is custom stuff. And the stuff that is coming out of the factory, it's custom. Don't go saying that it's a prototype or it's a pre-production. It's not. It's some guy working on the line stealing parts because you know he didn't pay for them. Mattel's really not happy about it. Let me tell you. All right? So it's a forgery. It's a fake. It's a custom. And I've been going back and forth with people here and there. You know, I'm not going to argue with you. The truth is the truth. That's custom. I mean, look, another one. Okay, I got both of them. And yeah, I paid for them. Okay, they didn't just give them to me. But you gonna find them in my book? No. You're not gonna find those other things in my book either. I get emails all the time. How come this isn't in your book? Because it's not real. Okay? How come it's not in the Tomar book? Because it's not real. All right? Somebody said, oh, they gotta be worth a... They're only worth what you want to pay for them. Okay? One, it's not a production Mattel piece. Two, it's a custom. And whatever you want to pay for is what you want to pay for it. But when someone says, hey, when they ask me, the guy who, you know, puts his prices in books, what's it worth? To me, it's worth $1, maybe. It's a custom. So, whatever you want to pay for it is what you want to pay for it. But don't go telling people it's a prototype, it's a pre-production. No. And a lunchbox car, you got a long way to go to be a lunchbox car from the stuff back in the 70s. Alright? That was done in the model shop, like I said. Even Larry Wood had some stuff that he put together. Bob Ross has had some stuff they put together. You know, stuff that they did. But they're designers. They're not some guy working on the line. Alright? It's not a real production car. It's a custom. Just like any other car that anybody does, like this, it's a custom. Don't be telling people that it's a prototype or a pre-production and it's not worth all kinds of money. If you want to pay all kinds of money for one, go ahead. But as far as I'm concerned, it's not worth anything. I mean, 10, 20 bucks? No. Especially not $400, $300. It's crazy. Alright? And, like I said, it's not a real production car. It's not designed by Mattel designers. It is not approved by Mattel. It's a forgery. And they are stolen parts. So if you want to buy stolen stuff, hey, but it's all up to you. Don't write me and say, hey, I got this for $400, what do you think? It doesn't look like any of the other super treasure hunts. That's because it's not real. And then they write back, what do you mean it's not real? I don't care what you paid for it. You bought something that was a forgery. And there's a bunch of them out there. And if I have to, I can go back to every picture that I have of every email that somebody has sent me that says, I bought this for this, what do you think? Or how much is it worth? and I tell them that it's not real, and they get all upset because they got taken, and there's still people out there getting taken. And I went through this last week with a bunch of guys, and they're trying to tell me that it's worth all kinds of money, and I'm not going to argue. It's a forgery. It's not scheduled production. It's not done by a Mattel designer. So why is it worth all kinds of money? It's not. So you be the judge. It's your wallet. It's up to you. But as far as being in any books or having any kind of value, it's not. I can use the Hemikuta story, or you can take even some big paintings. You know, take a Van Gogh. I know guys that can paint just like that. But is it worth the same as a Van Gogh? No, because it wasn't done by Van Gogh. Yeah, the guy, it could be identical. But it's not a Van Gogh. It's not a Hemikuta. And it's not a production Mattel scheduled piece. Okay? So we can go back and forth on it. That's up to you. I'm not going to argue about it. I said my piece. This is it. This is the truth. That's it. So you're on your own. Buyer beware, or hey, write me, ask me. Guy wants all kinds of money for this. Is it real? I mean, I do it all the time. I do it for eBay. I do it for the post office. I do it for a lot of the big collectors that are out there that you know. Between myself and Walker and a bunch of other guys out there that really know what's going on, we know what the real stuff is and what the real stuff isn't. So it's up to you. You want to pay $400 for a dollar car? That's great. I've even heard that some of these guys are friends with the guys that are making these cars. So they'll say, hey, can you make this? Can you make that? And they get it made. Yes, it's got the rivets on it. Yes, it's got the correct tampos on it. Because, hey, they work there. They can do whatever they want. But it's not a scheduled Mattel piece done by a Mattel designer and approved by Mattel. Okay? So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So until the next time we meet right here or out there at the pegs, at the conventions, we can talk. We'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.